In 1969, a killer began sending letters to the police. He didn't just confess his crimes, he challenged the world to find him. He called himself Zodiac, and every message felt like a game, a provocation, a display of control. But the most disturbing part wasn't what he said, it was how calculated everything seemed. How can someone turn fear into spectacle, manipulate the media, play with the police, and still disappear without a trace? This is not just the story of a killer, it's the story of a mystery that was never solved, and maybe, never will be. The first attack, 1968. Before the letters, before the name, there was an attack that almost went unnoticed. It was December 20th, 1968, a young couple was sitting inside a car, on an isolated road in California, a quiet place, distant, seemingly safe. Without warning, someone approaches. No words, no confrontation, just gunshots. Fast, direct, fatal. Everything suggests the attacker knew exactly what he was doing. And the strangest part, is what didn't happen. There was no robbery, no clear motive, no solid witnesses. To the police, it was just another case, but in reality, it was the beginning of something much bigger. The second attack, 1969. Months passed, and for a moment, it felt like everything had ended there. No leads, no suspects, just silence. Until, on the night of July 4th, 1969, another couple, another car, another isolated location. A car approaches, leaves, then slowly comes back. As if someone is watching, waiting, choosing the perfect moment. When he finally acts, there is no hesitation, only direct violence. This time, something changes. One of the victims survives. And hours later, the police receive a call. A calm, controlled voice claims responsibility, and reveals something even more disturbing: he was also behind the first attack. The first call and the game begins. The phone call wasn't a mistake, it was a calculated move. The killer didn't just want to kill, he wanted recognition. He wanted to be heard, identified, feared. By calling the police, he proves something critical: he is in control. He decides when to speak, what to reveal, and how the story unfolds. From that moment on, the case stops being just criminal, and becomes psychological. It's no longer just about finding him, it's about understanding someone who seems to be playing with everyone. The letters arrive. Shortly after, letters begin to arrive at newspaper offices. Carefully written, unhurried, filled with details that only the killer could know. He didn't just describe the crimes, he relived them, with chilling precision. Every word seemed designed to provoke, to instill fear, to demand attention. And then, he introduces himself. A name, a symbol, an identity. Zodiac was no longer unknown, he had become something else, something almost present. The ciphers and the challenge. Along with the letters, came the ciphers. Sequences of symbols, seemingly impossible to decode, accompanied by a direct challenge. He claimed his identity was hidden inside them. That if no one could solve them, he would continue killing. This transformed the case into something bigger, something public. Ordinary people began trying to decode them. Fear mixed with curiosity, and the killer achieved exactly what he wanted: massive attention. The first cipher decoded. When one of the ciphers was finally solved, expectations were high. Everyone thought it would reveal a name, a face, an answer. But instead, it revealed something far more disturbing. A message filled with cold statements, describing pleasure in killing, as if it were something natural, almost necessary. At that moment, everything changed. The question was no longer just, who is he, but what is he? And that made the case even more terrifying. The lake attack. Then, something different happens. An attack in broad daylight, near a lake, with people around. The risk increases, but the behavior remains controlled. The attacker appears wearing a hood, marked with the Zodiac symbol. For the first time, he presents a visual identity. He speaks to the victims, acts calmly, and carries out the attack as if following a script. No panic, no rush, just absolute control. The media and public fear. Now, the case can no longer be ignored. The name Zodiac is everywhere. Newspapers, television, conversations, fear spreads rapidly. People change their habits. They avoid going out, avoid isolated places, live with the constant feeling of being watched. The unknown becomes more dangerous than anything visible. Because no one knows who he is, or where he might be. The police under pressure. With pressure building, the police intensify their efforts. Multiple teams work together, analyzing patterns, connecting clues, searching for anything concrete. But there's one constant problem: nothing fully connects. Every lead creates new doubts, every step forward brings contradictions. And this creates something even worse, not just difficulty, but a sense of helplessness. As if the killer is always one step ahead. The suspects. Over time, the investigation shifts. If they can't catch him, they try to figure out who he might be. Several men become suspects. Some seem to fit perfectly. Strange behavior, suspicious backgrounds, details that raise serious questions. But nothing is ever confirmed. Tests don't match, evidence falls apart, and new names keep appearing. The more they investigate, the further the truth seems. The disappearance. And then, something unexpected happens. The letters slow down, the attacks stop, and Zodiac simply disappears. No explanation. No closure. No arrest. As if he never existed, or as if he chose to stop, at the exact moment he had already achieved everything he wanted. Decades have passed, and the case remains unsolved. No confirmed identity, no definitive answers, just fragments of a story that continues to haunt people around the world. But maybe, the most disturbing part, is this. He created fear, control, a game that no one could win, and then vanished. And if this was exactly what he wanted, then in a way, he succeeded. And if you're into mysteries like this, unsolved cases, stories that make you question everything, then make sure to subscribe now, because the next videos will take you even deeper into these kinds of enigmas. Because the truth is, some mysteries were never meant to be solved.